You know I get some. Oh.
The most practical skill in basketball is shooting. Every player loves to shoot the ball. Whether it's a layup, free throws, or jump shot, proper mechanics can make success automatic. Great shooters often get more playing time, and even small improvements in your shooting form can help you score more points and win more games. There's a saying in coaching that a good follow-through solves a host of shooting problems. Follow-through is important because the ball will always go in the direction your arm is pointed. Developing correct basketball shooting technique makes the game of basketball easier because if you can't shoot, you can't score. If you desire a wealthy life, it's your money habits and not always a high-paying job that often makes the difference. Most people will earn more than $1 million over their lifetime, but few will become millionaires. Why is it so hard for people to follow through with their goals? Why do some stick to their goals while others falter easily? Well, it all has to do with habits, which are the product of repetition. Over time, our habits become unconscious and automatic. Therefore, it is important to develop and practice sound financial behavior, such as saving and investing. In numerous talks he has given to college and university business schools, legendary investor Warren Buffett often employed the adage, "The chains of habit are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to be broken," to describe the dangers of bad financial habits that do not become apparent until it's too late.
You'll never hear successful people say these 15 phrases. If you want to be more successful as an entrepreneur, you can start by making a habit of talking and thinking more like people who are already successful. Here are 15 phrases you'll never hear a successful person say. 1. We can't do that. If a need arises repeatedly, the most successful people learn how to solve it as quickly as they can. 2. I don't know how. Instead of automatically shutting down solution finding, successful people learn whatever's necessary to succeed in a project. 3. I don't know what that is. Pleading ignorance doesn't make the problem go away. Finishing this phrase with, "but I'll find out," is a surefire way to become more successful. 4. I did everything on my own. Successful people surround themselves with others who are smart, savvy, and as dedicated as they are. Recognize those who have helped you or made an impact, and you'll continue to earn success and recognition yourself. 5. That's too early. You would never hear Benjamin Franklin or Steve Jobs say, "It's too early for me to be there." If there's an opportunity early in the day, the most successful people do what it takes to be there. Part of being successful is being at the right place at the right time, no matter if you're a morning bird or a night owl. 6. That's too late. If you're asked to a 9 p.m. dinner by a potential business partner and you can make it, definitely go. You may be tired the next day, but the connections you'll make can make all the difference. 7. It's too bad we couldn't work together. Truly hitting it off with someone can be a rare occurrence. If you truly connect with someone and want to work with them, find a way to make it happen. 8. Let's catch up sometime. Many times, this phrase is said as filler without any true follow-up. Successful people know that if they really want to catch up with someone, make it happen. 9. I'm sorry, I'm too busy. If an opportunity comes their way, successful people do what it takes to make it happen. This might mean longer hours, but if you want something to work, that's what it takes. 10. That was all my idea. The most successful people spread the wealth when it comes to handing out praise. Communicating praise and encouragement is a crucial part in building a successful company and culture. 11. I never read books. Reading can help reduce stress, enhance creativity, and boost your memory. Tom Corley of Rich Habits found that rich people consume books at a much higher rate. In fact, 63% of wealthy people listen to audiobooks during a commute to work versus just 5% of poor people. 12. I'm not good enough. Part of being successful is having a high sense of self-worth. Being yourself is one trait that promises success in business and your personal life. 13. It's okay, over and over. Successful people know when to walk away and stop taking excuses from others. If there's a bottleneck and something or someone is preventing you from completing a project on time or moving forward in your goals, it's time to set boundaries and decide to limit your involvement. 14. If our competitors don't have it, then we don't need it. Copying competitors is one of the many possible causes of death for companies. True innovation comes from figuring out what competitors aren't doing and filling that niche to answer a need. 15. Time off is for suckers. True success should be seen as a well-rounded approach, with vacations, weekends with friends and family, and set hours of downtime. Taking a vacation can actually make you better at what you do. What phrases are you going to eliminate from your conversations and thinking?
The road to financial independence is never easy. You will face many obstacles in life. Most people want to be wealthy, yet many lack the persistence and focus it demands. Like a great shooter in basketball, you must follow through with your shot, as well as with your wealth-building goals. Regardless of how big or small your current financial goals are, you have the ability to accomplish them if you choose to persist and win the game. Many people give up on their goals because they are too big. Breaking your big goal into smaller ones will make them easier to achieve. It's difficult to become a millionaire overnight, but if you take positive wealth building action each day, success is within arm's reach.
Not long ago, I met Earl Crawley,
Hey, how you doing?
but everyone here calls him Mr. Earl.
Yeah, we can talk about some finances.
He's worked as an attendant at this parking lot in Baltimore for 44 years.
So you really think it's going to improve the gas?
Funny thing though, everyone was asking Mr. Earl about money.
Nickel and dime, nickel and dime.
That's right. Is that booth his pulpit where he's preaching the gospel of investing?
Sure is. He makes my day every time I see him.
Oh, come on now, seriously. Investing?
How you like that gold now?
670.
Earl told me he's never made more than $12 an hour, never earned more than $20,000 a year.
How you doing?
So how could he know something about corporate
Spider's
profits?
gonna get you.
I had to pry.
So Earl, what's your net worth?
$500,000.
$500,000
Yeah,
from working here.
working here.
That's amazing.
A last statement.
And there it is in his statements, over $500,000 net worth on a parking lot wage. Now Mr. Earl had my full attention. How did he do it?
Stop working so hard and let the money work for you.
Earl's first lesson came at age 13. His mother had him working the fruit stalls to help pay the family bills. He got to keep just a few quarters for himself.
From the time my mother started taking my money that I earned on Lexington Market, that it wasn't money just to be thrown away. It was there to be used.
Economics aside, Earl had another obstacle to overcome.
Tebow is
He tells me he's dyslexic. Back in the 50s, that meant settling for a life of low-wage manual labor jobs. So Earl figured he'd better sock away what little money he was making. It was just $1 here and $1 there, starting with savings stamps, and that led to savings bonds. At 26, he got married. And by the late 60s, Earl was feeding 3 children on a meager $80 a week.
It was tough, but because we had to sacrifice a lot.
And the budget only got tighter when Earl and Beverly opted to send their kids to Catholic school instead of public school, which was free. Earl took extra jobs to pay the tuition, and you better believe he made every penny count.
Elementary school, I would ask for lunch money, and he would
give me $1, and lunch was 85 cents, and he would reply before I walked out the door, "I want my change."
As the years rolled by, Earl kept saving what seemed like meaningless amounts. He started investing $25 each month into a mutual fund and did that consistently for 15 years. By the late 70s, his net worth was $25,000.
Later, as the children got older, he decided to play, I call it play the stock market. And he bought one share, and, well, the rest is history.
He bought stock in blue chips like IBM and Coca-Cola that paid dividends and...
Instead of taking the dividends and parking it, let it set or let it reinvest itself, and it increased my shares. And the more shares I had, the more dividend I had. Eventually, the more money I have down the road.
So where did this so-called slow learner learn so much about mutual funds and blue chips and dividend reinvestment plans?
We're going to split this year.
It all comes back to that parking lot. And this is my favorite part of Earl's story. You see, his lot is smack dab in the middle of a financial district where he picked the brains of brokers and bankers and lawyers for their financial advice.
What's going on? You got any advice for me today in the markets?
No, I'm just trying to find out something from you.
Oh, all right.
Talk to everybody and listen to advice that everybody give me and take it from there.
Earl, why don't we take a look at what you've got in the portfolio now? And see.
Earl had trouble reading, so instead, he listened. He believed in the power of compound interest and stocks for the long haul. Which brings us back to the present. Today, Earl's stock portfolio alone is worth more than $500,000. And yes, his house is paid for. And no, he doesn't carry any credit card debt.
He's somebody to emulate not only as an investor, but as an individual and how to live your life and make the best of what the Lord gave you.
Now, Earl is paying it forward.
Here comes Brenda.
He's gifting shares from his portfolio to people like Brenda Thomas, who never dreamed they could have enough money to invest.
And that was Coca-Cola. Because you told me to reinvest my dividends, I now have 77 shares. Oh, I'm excited about it. I wouldn't have it if it wasn't for Mr. Earl, and he made it so easy.
If you don't have the money for the whole
And not
share,
only is he gifting shares to a local church, he's starting an investment club there to get everyone investing.
Our goal is every member of the church will own stock, and then they're going to transfer into their family members. So starting here, it's just going to blow up.
It makes me feel good to see someone actually going on and took my advice and went on and did it. That's really a good feeling.
So from his little green shack, Earl is helping others and preaching the gospel of investments. And at the end of my day with Mr. Earl, he told me his good fortune happened not in spite of, but because of his disability.
I always used to say that I must have been the dumbest thing in school or the dumbest thing to couldn't learn, but God gave me the gift to listen and act behind it. And it's one of the best things ever happened to me.